people, and welcome to another exciting episode of Steins Gate. No, hang
Yes.
on. That was
Do do do.
do. Who's that anime? Sorry, obviously, time travel has wiped my mind and replaced Who's That Anime with Steins Gate.
Yeah, and replaced my brain with gelatinous green goo.
Yes, but that's not nothing to do with time travel. That's just normal.
Oh, I mean, yes, you're correct. My brain is mostly just green goo all the
Yep.
time. The time travel is just forcing it out of my ears and nose.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been watching Steins Gate. Still.
Or have still. Oh, I
Episode
mean, you say
episode
still.
3.
We're on episode 3 of our Steins Gate series.
Mm-hmm.
Or what did you want to call them? We talked about this before because it was confusing calling episodes of the podcast episodes. Even though I think no, you said that and it wasn't right the last time, and it's still not right.
Shit, I can't remember.
It was chapters. I want to say
Acts.
acts. Yes.
Act 3.
So I think now that I look at it, we're identifying as like with S7E2. So that is season 7, episode 2. But maybe when we start doing another series, I'll start putting season 8 A1 for act.
Yeah, for the paper size.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'll be cool, right?
What's the smallest paper size you can go down to?
I don't know. A1's huge though, right? Because there's A0 also.
A0's big. A1's pretty big. It's about probably the size of my screen. I was going to say my screen, but sort of. Only that's not really a good representation at all. A1's pretty big.
No. A1, well, A3 is probably the size of my monitor, if not maybe a little bit smaller. So A2, I think it works in halves, right? Because A4 is basically two
Half,
A3s.
yeah, no, half A3.
Yeah, yes. A4. Yeah, you need two A4s to make an A3.
Yeah, and 2A5s to make an A4.
Let's find out. Let's find out. Is there an A0?
I'm not sure.
Oh, there totally is. So, oh god. Okay, so A0. Oh,
Oh?
despite having the lowest number, this is the. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the largest of them all. No, I get that.
That's how it works.
In other words, oh wow, A0 is over a meter high.
A meter high.
16 pieces of A4.
Okay. What, 2A1s?
I think that is how it works, yeah. Yes, let's just assume that is in fact the case.
I know it goes down to A7.
A10.
A10? What size is that?
Yep. It is 2.6 centimeters by 3.7 centimeters.
2 points. So about an inch.
1 inch by 1.5 inches. And then it's 1.5 inches by 2 inches, and 2 inches by 2.9 inches, and 2.9 inches by 4.1 inches.
Why would you ever need?
I don't know. I'd love to see an
A10.
A10 printer. An A10 printer would be great. It'd be like the Game Boy printer.
Why this Game Boy printer?
Oh shit. Is the Game Boy printer
A10.
an A10 printer?
I think it rolled down.
Game Boy printer size, paper size, is 38 millimeters wide.
Oh,
Let's reference that. It is, in fact, yeah, that would be A10.
A10.
Yeah, because it's 37 millimeters is the width of
Ah,
A10.
it's just a bit bigger
So
than
it's like
A10 then.
1 millimeter out.
Yeah.
It might be, I can't remember if they're square or not, so it's probably not quite A10.
Yeah. Well,
This is a fascinating conversation that I've accidentally taken us down.
as I mean, paper isn't square. It's all rectangle. All the A's are rectangular.
That is true. Is it C?
C's? B's?
Yeah, there's C paper sizes.
That's new to me.
Oh, they're envelopes. Is it B? Dimensions of B paper sizes. Uh, they're not square either, which is interesting. C sizes? Where are C sizes?
The
They're
envelopes are
also
not square.
they're not the dimensions of C series envelope sizes as defined by ISO 216. Jesus. Oh man, A4 is also different depending if it's letter or legal.
Letter illegal. Okay.
Yeah.
Not like having a standardized system being tore by illegal people.
Also, oh my god, there's also 2A0 and 4A0. This is just getting more and more bizarre.
2A0 and 4A0. What?
Yeah. The paper size is bigger than A0, 4A0, and 2A0 aren't formally defined by ISO 216, but are commonly used for oversized paper. The origin of these formats is in German DIN 476 standard that was originally base document from which ISO 216 was derived. 2A0 is sometimes described as A00. However, this naming convention is not used for 4A0. This is fascinating.
There you go, man. You go on
Do you want to
this.
hear how great this gets?
Go on then.
I, ISO 216 specifies tolerances for the production of A series paper sizes as follows: plus or minus 1.5 millimeters for dimensions up to 150 millimeters, plus or minus 2 millimeters for lengths in range of 150 to 600 millimeters,
Uh-huh.
and plus or minus 3 millimeters for any dimensions above 600 millimeters.
Okay. I feel that any fan base that came here for to find out what's happening in Steingate might have diminished by now.
Potentially.
But
I
the,
am genuinely fascinated at the fact that there's so much bullshit about paper.
oh yeah, I mean this is
Oh boy.
people like to get things
So yeah,
standardized.
they do. They do. So what does ISO stand for in that circumstance? Is that international standard or something like that?
And yeah, international standard or something. Because there's ISOs
Fair
for
enough.
everything. There's an ISO
Yeah,
and
yeah, like there's ISOs for electronics.
yeah, ISO. Yeah, so it's just basically an international standard, I think. International standard office. In fact, you have the power of a keyboard. You can find out
I
what
do.
it actually means. So
Uh, International Organization for Standardization. I don't know why that's IOS, but hey,
oh, I
I
found
might
out something
go on.
interesting. In Spain, right?
Mm-hmm.
NATO isn't known as NATO.
Uh-huh.
It's known as Aton,
Nice.
or soon it might be. This is Spanish, so it's just basically NATO backwards.
Except it's not, because that would be OTAN.
OTAN. OTAN? Oh yeah, it might be OTAN then. Sorry, it's OTAN.
TAN.
It's like, what? What do you call NATO? And it's like, oh, we call it this. And it's like, wait, that's just backwards. Oh yeah, so it is. I was speaking to a Spanish co-worker.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shit. Love it.
No idea why.
Okay. Who knows? That is a mystery that I will have to leave up to people's imaginations, because I feel like we've now talked about 10 minutes about paper sizes, and that's really bad.
That's not bad. That's why people come to this.
Come for the anime, stay for the bullshit.
Yeah. Well, it was.
So yeah. No, go on. Like, we might
So
as well just take this to its inevitable conclusion.
I mean, this episode, this show, it's never been on about anime. It's always had some divergence, and then we roughly speak about the anime that we watched, and then talk about some other bullshit.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's what makes us different and entertaining.
It does. We don't speak with any authority on the matter with which we discuss, and often the matter with which we discuss is not the main topic.
No. No, we lure you in by saying we're talking about Steins, but actually, you know what? We're going to talk about paper sizes
Day envelopes.
and
Motherfuckers.
and NATO. It's been spelled backwards in Spanish.
OTAN.
OTAN. It sounds like part.
So yes. Today we're going to be talking about episodes 5 and 6.
That's right.
What did your episode titles? What are the episode titles? What are they called?
Oh, hang on. Let's have a look.
So episode 5 I have as Starmine Rendezvous.
No.
Hit me.
Oh, hang on. It's Rendezvous of electrical charge. Oh, there's a thing. Conflict. Cut off the last word. Rendezvous of the electrical charge conflict.
Sure. Might as well.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
So this episode starts off just at the end, like pretty much where we left off from episode 4, with Christine and Okabe bringing back the IBN 5100 from that shrine.
From the shrine, yeah.
And they bump into
Suzuha.
Suzuha, who is the part-time girl.
Part-time girl, yep. She's looking at a button or something that she's got in her hand.
Yes.
And kind of staring at it willfully. Then puts it in the pocket and greets Okabe and Christina.
Christine, if we're gonna, you can only get her name. We can't take it to the next stage of not her name. I'm only calling it. I'm sure her name is Kurisu.
Kurisu, yeah.
Kurisu. But yeah, Christine is so much easier for me to say because I'm a plebeian.
And also it's English.
It is, yeah.
And
I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't speak Japanese.
Suck
at pronunciation. If this podcast has taught you anything, that's the thing.
What, that you can't speak Japanese, or
I can't speak or pronounce Japanese words very well.
Yeah, the podcast taught you anything. I can't speak or pronounce English words very well.
This is a perfect amalgamation of poorly spoken
or
anything.
Speak.
Yeah, we're covering all our bases. We're
all
equal opportunities ignorant. It's great.
All our bases belong to us.
Yes, forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, she greets them, and then she asks what's inside the box, and Okabe's like, "Oh, fucking time for my introduction. It's the coolest shit ever. and Christine's like, please, please just tell her what's in the box because my back hurts.
Yeah, my legs are killing me. My legs are on fire.
this is really fucking heavy box, man.
Yeah, and we've
Please let me put it down.
taken several breaks because you know you were going to flake out yourself.
And of course, she guesses it's the IBN 5100
Yeah,
without
she
any real need to say.
yeah, and then I was like, oh, whoa, that's the IBM 5100, and then she like suddenly realizes that she's talking to Caruso or Christine,
Hmm.
and then leaps back and then forms
Yep.
a weird sword slash stance and has
Yep.
like the most serious eyes ever in this entire anime.
Yep. Somebody spoke her activation codes, and she activated.
Oh yeah, she was like, "Shit, it's her!" Oh, and then they're like, "What's up?" It's like,
Yep.
and then Bossman
Oh,
comes in and
y'all good?
goes, "Yeah." Bossman comes in and tells her to come and help out in the shop. 'Cause I think they're
Yep.
locking up the shop because that's what she's actually
Yeah.
holding. The rod to pull down
The
the
shutter.
blinder, the shutter. Yeah,
Yeah. 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 You're right. That is what's happening. And then they're like, "Oh well, fine." That was
yeah.
weird, but time to take this very heavy box upstairs.
If Lutz could kill, I'd be a goner.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
well,
That's
don't know.
right.
Can't remember what Okabe says. Something not very helpful. It's like,
Yeah, I can't remember if he's accusatory or like it's like, so what did you do to her? Do you know her or something?
uh, no, it wasn't something like that. It's just something like yeah, I can see that. I can get that.
Oh, he's useless. So useless.
Yeah, he is. Uh, and then that's the start of the episode. Roll
More credits.
intro. Yeah. So something we haven't talked about in this one that's generally tough
Uh-huh.
touch on like in the first episode is the intro. Don't think
Um,
don't think we have talked about it.
you're probably not wrong. I don't know that we have talked about the intro.
Yeah,
I like it fine. It's okay.
yeah.
Not visual like I think it's actually one of the things there is that for a show I think is quite visually striking.
Mm-hmm.
Not very visually striking intro.
Well, people having their arms out like clocks spinning around
Yeah,
on
like it doesn't the song is good.
yeah, pretty decent.
I like the song. But yeah, the not super fond of
The
the
intro.
visuals.
It's
Yeah, it's
very
fine.
simplistic to most anime intros where they're all running about all over the place and fighting big giant monsters or some shit like that. But it's nothing like that in
Yeah.
this one. But
I think I'd forever be spoiled because the one that always springs to mind is the Dragon Ball Z intro theme for the English version is just cool as shit.
oh, Dragon Ball,
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da, bum, bum, bum. Scream! It's a real good theme tune.
It's certainly a theme tune burned into your memory.
Yep. Oh, it's never leaving. It's there forever.
I
Much
mean,
like that time we discussed that manga advert that used the heart beneath by Celtic Frost.
oh yeah, the can't remember.
Ugh.
Ooh,
Like that's there forever. That's never going away.
that's.
Uh,
I think that's the only bit in the song as well that just go ooh. The rest of the songs didn't have it in it.
nah, it's like there's actual words to that song that
Yeah,
they do not use.
no, didn't have the rights.
It's great. It's a friend of
Yeah.
mine that eventually put me onto that because I was like, "Oh, I used to love this advert that had this song, and he's like, oh, that's Celtic Frost. I was like, oh my god, could I go and look that up right now? Sure
uh,
enough, it was.
yeah. Um, no, but the intro, I think it works for this one mainly because I'm just really thinking about it right now. Is that yeah, they're not moving all over the place, but then they're not in the anime. It's always in like the same
Totally.
situation. So they're not running around Japan looking for like all the Dragon Balls or around the world and shit like that. It's just
And they're not fighting.
they're just kind of there, but and they're doing like the motion of the clock, so you kind of know it's about time travel, and it's focused
Yeah,
on Caruso or Christine
I think
overall.
like I
Right?
guess comparatively though, I would say like I think something like Serial Experiments Lane both has a visually striking introduction and also a fantastic intro song.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose she never really went anywhere either, but she was exploring the wired and the
Yeah, there's maybe some
physiological,
stuff there.
physiological, not physiological.
Hmm?
Ah, psychological. That's the word. Psychological
Yes.
uh, concepts of what it is to live and what
Yeah.
is wired. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hey,
I think that's still probably my favorite intro of any of the ones we've done.
well, even
It's real
better,
good.
Cowboy Bebop.
I really like the Cowboy Bebop one because it's a beautiful stylization.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the song of Lane more.
Oh, yeah, well, it's
So it kind of tips the
90s,
balance, I guess.
late 90s pop,
Oh
indie
yeah,
rock.
like it's a song. The song is called Duvet
Yes, I like Doobies.
by a band called Boa.
I'm not too, I'm not too fussed about snakes.
I think we discussed this very briefly, but the band are from London,
Yeah, they're English. Yeah.
and this still blows my mind that to this day it didn't. It took me, near 20 years to go. Oh yeah, that theme tune was in English.
Feel
Why
on
did I
English.
think the band were from anywhere else other than somewhere that speaks English? Like, I never even occurred to me.
It's,
Yeah.
uh, it's like FLCL or Fury Curie.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of their that band's Japanese, and a lot of their words are English, but you can tell because it's sung by Japanese people with a Japanese English accent.
Do you? Because I suppose the same could be said of like "What's Up, People" by Maximum the Hormone, the Death Note theme tune.
Uh huh. Yeah.
That's also a mixture of Japanese and English.
Yeah.
We should watch Death Note, Colin.
Do we have to?
I really like Death Note.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll let you watch it. I,
I did like before we get back to this because I know we're talking about interests and stuff like that, but um, oh, that there's an anime that I keep seeing about, and it looks very European at stylization. Um, oh shit, Ranking of Kings
Ranking of Kings, is that the one where yeah, with the big weird pointy noises in it and stuff?
with a little boy.
And the little boy, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh
that
yeah,
looks that looks cool as fuck.
that does seem interesting, like yeah, we can maybe jump onto that. Is it finished though?
Sure, actually.
Or is it
I don't
an
know if
ongoing
it's
thing?
intended to be like multiple seasons or if it's just a standalone.
Yeah, might find that we're just maybe that's something else we can maybe try.
23 episodes. Anime, manga. Uh, Episode list, manga, Ranking of Kings. Okay. it's been like so. I think it was serialized as an online user submitted manga on a website.
Yeah, I think that's the way things are going.
It's interesting, and then it was like collected in 12 books.
Yeah, I think that man on YouTube, Super Eye Patch Wolf, who's Irish. He's Irish.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I saw he. I think I haven't watched his new video yet, but certainly the little dude from Ranking of Kings is on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's not his latest one.
is it not?
No, his latest one is about Berserk.
Oh shit! I haven't
And
watched that either.
that's
I'm
2 hours
behind
long.
on those. That is a lot of my life, and I have the only experience of Berserk that I have, and this is going to be damaging to a lot of people who really like Berserk, is the Dreamcast game Berserk Guts Rage.
That's cool. No, I mean, I have little knowledge of Berserk. I've not actually
I
watched any of
was
it.
looking I was looking at the big hardback books of Berserk,
Hmm.
um, and they were right next to the big hardback books of Helsing. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to pay £50 a book for there to be 14 books. That seems like a lot of an investment. What if I
Oh,
went with the Helsing ones, which there's three of? That
that makes
seems much easier.
yeah. Don't know, but the creator of the Berserk seems to have passed away at some point. Not sure when.
I think he passed away last year.
Yeah. So the story is never going to finish.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems like the best thing not to do anything more to that. And
Yeah.
it almost seems like there's very limited success when you try to continue something that was someone else's brainchild.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened to Ruby.
Well, yeah, I've heard that person died, right?
Yeah,
I
Monty
yeah, I
Yeah, he
think I
passed
read
away
about
at
that.
season 2 of it,
Oh gosh,
or maybe
it's
season
terrible.
3. No, season 2. And now they're on season 8 or something.
Oh shit!
And
Wow,
I just
that's
don't know. Season 1 and 2 are good because they were kind of like Harry Potter esque, essentially, in the sense that they went to a school and they did adventures and they're going down some weird conspiracy thing, and then it has like good humor and jokes in it. And then
yeah.
season 3 kind of continues that, but then got onto a really serious note as I think the school gets destroyed. It's either that or season 4 gets destroyed, and now they're on a world adventure around the world of Remnant, and it's way serious. Oh, what was that?
I probably should watch it at some point.
Oh yeah, it's essentially free.
Does that mean it's on Netflix?
No, it's on Rooster Teeth streaming service, but you do have
Oh,
like
really?
you don't need to pay unless you're watching it like straight off type thing. So it comes free in a couple of weeks. Or at least it did. Actually, it's on Crunchyroll. In fact, Crunchyroll's doing an anime of it.
Yes, I know that. Also, Adult Swim are super getting into like fucking anime now. Uh,
Yeah,
I, like actually producing their own, or being involved in the actual funding, as opposed to just saying this is ours now.
yeah. There was a weird YouTube clip I think was part Crunchyroll funded Adult Swim, and it was about like this girl kind of wakes up in a bed and and then she gets to draw on a pad and basically create a world around her. So it's all like in a virtual reality thing. And it's just like a wee music video go do do do. And it turns out that she hits upon like a memory and she gets the story of why she's there. And it's because her dad had to invent a spaceship and send her off into space as the world's been destroyed. And then cuts away
Superman.
at the end where you see her actual body's shriveled up in this space pod in space.
Wait, what was this called?
I can't remember. I'll get the link. It's on YouTube.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's
I'd
just a
watch.
wee 5 minute kind of like music video thing.
It's like the I'm sure I've sent it before. It was the comic strip that someone had written about the guy walking across some desert planet wearing a spacesuit, and he's got no food or water left, and the suit basically does everything it can to allow the person to survive.
Mhm.
So like it recycles their urine, it recycles their sweat. It eventually, once they're starving, basically tourniquets a body part and feeds it to the body. And it
Yeah,
just kind of keeps doing that uh, until basically, of course, the suit is also helping the person walk. So it's literally just a walking corpse that will forever walk across the desert.
yeah. That's
So good.
yeah, that's pretty hard. Hang on. Control I'll. Yep, that's definitely didn't return the right results that wide. I might be wrong about Adult Swim being it, but it certainly was funded by Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, Girl, Space.
Girl, shriveled up space pod.
Yeah.
Anime girl.
Oh yeah, here you go. Porter Robinson and Median Shelter official video.
What?
Uh, done by someone who's called Porter Robertson, and it's called Shelter. And it's a short film, and it's
Oh. Wait, is it a music video?
it's a music video, yeah. But
Oh yeah, I know who Porter Robinson I know who Porter Robinson and Madian are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have they both respectively have songs on my playlists.
Well, there you go. There's maybe another one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give. I wonder if I've heard this song before.
Yeah,
Weird.
maybe Shelter.
I feel like Porter Robinson is the brother of uh
Andre.
uh, uh no
I don't know. I said Andre.
no there's I'm sure he worked for fuck. What's the name of that? Oh, Polygon, the games
All right, yeah.
website. I'm pretty sure. Uh, hang on. Uh, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Robinson. I wonder. Maybe I'm just conflating two things.
Maybe, man. Anyway, should we
I am I just conflating two things? I don't know. No, his older brother Nick Robinson was a video producer at game website Polygon before being dismissed in 2017 due to allegations of sexual harassment. I knew that was legit.
Wow.
Wow,
There you go,
deep
heard it
cut,
here, fault.
real deep cut.
That's there you go. So
Shit.
on that note, or bombshell, stealing from a
Do it.
popular TV show that's not on anymore. Um, should we go back to the anime that we're talking about?
Fuck, that's right. We're talking about the intro. Intro's all right.
Yeah, intro's cool.
we're like 2 minutes into this. Okay, go on.
And the first episode, so they get up there and they go up to Dara now. They get into the flat, the apartment, and Mayuri greets him. I
Yeah.
think.
The do.
Do. Caruso, you're back. Type thing.
Yes.
And
She's happy to see Christine
yeah,
again.
and you're never going to leave again. Type thing. And says, yeah, no, what? No, I'm not going to leave again. Why would I do that? Because Okabe is like, yes, assistant type thing. She's getting really pissed off with the fact he keeps calling her assistant as she
I
does.
mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just leave again?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah. And then she says, "You're not going to leave again." And says, "What? What? No. Why you would think that?" um, and Okabe is trying to be all mysterious about his finding where Kuritsu is basically goes, "Yeah, it's an IBM 5100," much to like cutting Okabe short. And Barry's going, "Oh wow, this is why we follow you." And then Chris is like, "No, I don't follow him."
I don't follow him.
Yeah. Um.
Nope.
Anyways, yeah. And then Dara basically gives a list because needs to hook it up to the internet so they can cipher the code and stuff.
Yeah, because there's no Ethernet cable on it.
Yeah. Well, it's a computer from 1975.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so he gives Okabe a list, who then like promptly stabs the list into Carissa's face and goes, "Here, assistant, go and get these parts." And she's
Ugh.
like, "Don't call me an assistant." And Daria's like, "Well, you should probably go, Okabe. You know where all this shit is." Where she doesn't. And then Okabe
Ugh.
tries to uh, rally in uh, Mayoshi? Mayoshi, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mayuri or
Mayuri.
Mayushi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayushi's her cat name, I think. So.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. In the bar.
Yeah.
And she goes, "No, I'm going to show get the Kuritsu the tour of the lab."
God, that's right. That's where we get the. This is where we get to see, and this is the shower.
Oh no,
Shower here.
yeah, yeah. Basically, it's not the shower, but it just shows like, in here is this place. Oh, is there a shower back there? Yes. But it gets really cold if you're staying there too long. Wait, you've showered here? Yes. Please
A
don't
few
ever do
times.
that again. I beg
the
you.
the subtext here is just golden. please, please never shower here again.
Yeah.
Promise me you won't do this
Yeah.
because you are surrounded by mentalists.
Weirdos, yeah. Gary the weird pervert and
Yeah.
Okabe who's just batshit crazy. Anyway,
Yes, he really is. He's a
and then
problem.
and then she goes, "Well, why do you hang out with these freaks anyway?" And then she goes, "Oh yeah, well I'm Okabe's hostage." What? And she literally starts trying to phone the cops. I'm calling the cops on you guys. She's your hostage. No, that's not what it means.
No, because I want to be. It's fun. Um, I don't know. I don't know if you know what hostage means.
Yeah. Oh well, it's. I think she does to a degree. Anyway, and she was like, What's she on about?" And the Okabe just goes like,
Yes.
"That's me out. See you later. Bye." He just walks out the door. No explanation.
Ugh, the worst.
Yeah.
So this is essentially where we get to sort of the uh, time passes while Daru fucks about with the computer to make it work.
Yeah. Oh. No. This is so they go out and he bumps into Suzuha at the shop. So
Oh yeah, because yeah, does she not? Yeah, because she warns him about Christina.
yeah. So basically,
Just
she's
be careful of her.
yeah, pretty much, and also because he goes, what was the whole look this morning? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry about that, and what she's done in your past, and she says, oh, what she's done, has she scoffed at you? She's got a mighty scoff, and she's
I hate the words he uses so much. Like
oh,
it's
scoff.
it's his choice of language is choice.
Yeah,
It is a
he's
choice.
intellectual words. Scoff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just trying to show his highness. Anyway, and she basically goes, "Oh, she hasn't done anything to me yet, or anything yet."
What
And
she will do.
yeah, she's influences the word "yet" in her statement,
Yes.
which makes you think,
Like, what's her deal?
yeah. And then instantaneously that's followed by her cowering the sound of a helicopter flying overhead.
Yeah. She like goes on full snake exclamation mark.
Get down!
Yeah, it's
Uh,
weird.
and then that's just a news helicopter just going to be like covering the fireworks later tonight.
What are these fireworks you speak of?
I heard of those. I think that's the clip I got to when I looked at the video.
Oh God.
um,
Like I did make me realize though. I think you were right. It's like, oh yeah, and here's the traditional like go to a festival with fireworks part of the anime, the episode where they go to the beach.
yeah,
Like
so
these are these are these are all here
yeah.
one way or another. They're all
Ye-
here.
Well, yeah, almost. And she's like, "Oh, cool! I haven't seen fireworks. I'm going to go and watch them." And he's like, "You haven't seen
Yep.
fireworks?" And then she gets Okabe's number,
Oh no, she
email.
runs away and
Mhm.
she comes back and she's like, I'm gonna give you my email.
Yeah, I'll get your email, and you can
Yeah.
email the pictures. And I was like, "That's cool." And then
Yep.
Okabe goes back, gets the parts,
Yep.
and Mayuri is also talking about the fireworks and the festival that's happening
Yes.
and
Yes.
almost convinces Christine to go, but then Okabe comes back and says, "Oh, I'm going to stay here," and Mayuri's like, "Oh, that's cool. I probably should head home anyway," and then turns around and goes, "You're going to come back, right?" And so, yeah, I'll be back. No worries.
Definitely.
Uh,
Definitely be back.
and then it cuts to the point where Daru is trying to fix up the machine, and you get a bit more character development from Christine.
No, you were right by the way, it's Christina. I don't know why I had it in my head that it was Christine.
Yeah, that's too normal, man. It's Christina.
Yeah.
It's, you
I
would put the
suppose Carissa, Christina. Yeah, I suppose it's the same number of syllables, so that probably makes more sense.
yeah, and also it's Okabe. He would go for the flash
Yeah.
over
Bit of the extra flair.
the flare over no the standard Christine. So anyway, yeah, so they're kind of doing things and playing the game that they play in this anime series. Can't remember what it's called.
Oh. Um Shit, I can't remember.
Pardon me.
It's the board game thing,
Yeah, the board game thing.
the one that's like about viruses and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Okabe is defeated quite unanimously,
Yes.
and
Oh yeah, she was fucking bored.
yeah,
she she was she just kicked his ass
yeah,
pretty easy.
says, "Oh, this is going to be this," and that's cool. And then she goes, "Your biggest problem is you don't look at the bigger picture. You only see like the small thing." But they do have like cool conversations in it. It's well, I didn't say cool, but she's drinking like a a drink,
She's
and
drinking a soda, and he's like, "You're down in that." But in like way more flowery language, and she's like, "Well, 7 years in the U.S. will do that to you."
yeah, and he'll say, "Do you want to go for something a bit hardcore?" And she's like, underage, dude." And he's like, "Oh no, I'm not on about alcohol. I'm on about the carbonated version."
The caffeinated one.
Yeah, was it the caffeinated? I thought it carbonated.
Yeah, I have no need for alcohol.
Yeah, and she goes, I I love your carbonated vibe. You're on it, but can you stop looking at my cards?" Anyway,
At least he
she's
didn't give
like,
up immediately to win this time.
yeah. Well, he has time. It's not a matter of urgency as it
No, that's
was
true.
last time. Uh, so she basically slags him off and calls him Okabe, to which he objects quite violently and throws his
Yeah.
chair down and starts screaming at her like a madman. The fact that she didn't call him by Kojima uh, or whatever,
Rintaro.
yeah, and which obviously upsets Christina,
Yep.
um, to the point where she is crying. She's like, "What are you crying for?" And she says, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe some madman knocking over his chair and screaming at me over like the fact that he's using a. I didn't use this fake name,
Oh yeah, it's I found it here. It's Hoyoin Kyoma
Hoy and
is the name
Cole.
he wants to be.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
uh, and then where he's complex and still doesn't understand the reason that she's upset. He talks to Daru, and Daru basically goes, "Just try and recall what she just like ranted at you in her breathless rant."
Yeah. have Have you ever considered listening to what she told you?
Yeah, very much,
You fucking idiot.
very much.
I was so angry at that scene. He just like goes off on one for no good reason. What a bastard.
Yeah, he's like, "What?" And then the cow both kind of sitting in silence and getting quite late, and he says, "Oh, you can go home now if you want. I believe your hotel is quite close by." And she's like, "No, that's fine. I'll stay here." And they have a concept of she's not really liked in her family. It seems she hasn't seen her dad for 7 years, and her mother's in the
Mum's still in the
States.
US? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he tells her to like go back. He's like talks about her having like tells her she's privileged because she's like in a hotel room that her parents are paying for or something like that.
yeah. I think that's
Is that later?
yeah. That might not be touched this act, as it were.
Yeah. He
It,
goes back. He tells her to go back to her hotel, and she's like, "No, don't want to do that."
yeah, I'm going to wait till morning at least, and then this is where
Yeah.
Daru goes, "It's alive!" as like crazy Doctor Frankenstein.
Yes.
It's alive.
Yes.
Anyway,
And then it's like, so what does it? What does it say? It's like I don't know. I just got here.
yeah,
What are all the answers, Dario? I don't know. Please.
yeah. So they go digging into
Yeah.
CERN's
This is
CERN's.
we should probably remind everyone that essentially in the previous episode they hacked into CERN
Mhm.
and discovered a bunch of encrypted files,
Mhm.
um, along with a continuous mention of human. What was it? Human deceased or something like that is the phrase.
Um, human is it? I can't remember. He's even repeated in this episode.
Yeah,
human.
human is dead mismatch.
That was it. Human is dead mismatch. Yeah.
So they've got that phrase, a bunch of discussion around sort of what could be perceived as time travel.
Yeah.
And
There are.
then,
Yeah, they're on about
yeah, this
lifters
computer. Yeah, the lifters, that's right. It's
and
the highly charged aluminium or something like that.
yeah, and using card black holes
Yes.
to send information
Uh,
through space time travel or something. I think it was referred to.
and then, yeah, because the IBM 5100 is the only computer that can decrypt the messages that they've recovered from CERN's computers. So that's why this whole
Yeah.
palaver. Uh, and then, as you say, they start digging, and as they dig, I think this is the most. This is a really interesting part of the episode. Actually,
Mhm.
is as they start to sort of like find it's like, oh, so here's person A, uh, human is dead, mismatch. Um, were part of the experiment. Then their gelatinous corpse was found at a time coming out of a wall. It's like, fuck,
Yeah.
this is so cool.
Yeah. And
Some
then
fucking Manhattan project, not Manhattan Project. Philadelphia experiment. Is that the one?
maybe.
Uh, uh, thing about the Philadelphia experiment. Uh, it's a thing. It's based on an urban legend. Conspiracy theory of a military experiment supposed to have been carried out in a U.S. Navy at Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States. Sometime in October 28, 1943, the U.S. Navy destroyer escort USS Eldridge was claimed to have been rendered invisible or cloaked to enemies. But the whole thing is that it sort of like merged people into the walls and stuff.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like it's fucking awesome.
That's one way
It's
to.
some shit to do with aliens and other crazy shit. I think like they did an episode of it in the X Files. Of course they did.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, they scraped the barrel with all the serious things in that show, I think.
So good, so good.
Um,
Uh, but yeah, that this is where it starts to like really get interesting for me. Where they're doing this sort of roundup of, hey, here's all the people that have died, and here's where they were found. Well, yeah, they were found dead.
mhm.
Green jelly, and also not in the time that they started out in.
Yeah. Uh, well, just before they look into all that, they have like a wee vote because they're like, "Oh shit, we're pretty
Oh,
getting balls deep into this, and
that's right.
maybe we shouldn't look into this." And it's like, "Oh no, I'm game," and they're all kind of game. Also, they do some. They also mention like, "Oh, so when's the computer from? 1975. When was CERN created? 1954."
54.
It's
Yep.
like you think they somehow managed to put this code into this what random computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, because the whole thing about the vote as well is like because it's Okabe that initiates it. It's like because we're about to do some shit here, guys,
Mhm.
guys and gals. So maybe maybe we don't do it because if we do it, that's it.
Yeah.
They're gonna come and find us.
They're going to come
Um,
find us, or we're certainly privy to knowledge that we shouldn't be privy to, and
because but Daru's pretty confident because he's saying like, "Well, they haven't found me so far."
Yeah.
So
And Carissa was like, "Wait, you're showing compassion here? What's that all about?" And then he like starts, "Cause I like the future lab people. You're a member of
yep,
their lab. I hope to hit you."
yep,
Type
yep.
thing.
Oh,
Shows you.
what a guy.
Ah, well. He was going to say someone else, but he stopped himself.
He did. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, this is they have that vote. They start reading through basically how they went through several stages. It's like, do these, do this, get animal testing going, go to human trials,
Yeah.
and then it's all the deaths. In the
That's,
early 2000s, like 2000, the most recent I think is 2008,
yeah, well, the show is, I think, set then.
2000, 2011, so it's a few years after.
Yeah.
But the deaths are
Hmm.
recent-ish. Um, so yeah, this is the where they start to speculate about like why they're getting into that gel-like state.
Mm-hmm. And
What is it that's causing that?
yeah, also this Okabe kind of walks away after hearing three of the reports because he's like, "Oh, I heard enough,"
Yep.
and is a bit distraught. Didn't like the idea.
Yeah, yeah. This is odd character development. Like he's uh obviously in over his head. I think
Mm-hmm.
is what it's starting to become apparent. Is like he talks a big game
Yeah.
and wants to make a lot of change, but this is all too much. I think
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really,
it's weird.
it's like, nope, nope, not kind of liking this. Anyway, yeah, where the other two are just like, oh, okay, and then Christina starts talking about how they believe it's she thinks that the people are coming to gelatinous because they're shoving too big thing down a big hole. It doesn't fit. And Dara's
Then
like,
fucking Daru.
it's like, oh, that is making it sound really freaky. And she's like, shut up, Dara.
I think that's just a consistent refrain. Shut up, Daru.
shut, shut up, Wesley.
You shut up, you goddamn pervert.
Yeah,
Everything he says, I
everything
swear to
that,
God.
everything, most things he says is what do you call it?
Innuendo, double
In
entendre.
double entendres and innuendos, or he takes everything as double entendres and innuendos mainly.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Because isn't it?
Anything could be said in a breathy way or mentioned by a woman, and he would take that as an double entendre for
Because
sure.
even at the start of the episode, I think Mayuri is rolling on his T-shirt because she was like, "Oh man,
Oh,
your
that's
T-shirt's
right.
a pirate flag, so big," and he's just like,
Rob of that.
"Yeah, getting all of Mayuri's scent or
Playfulness.
yeah something on the shirt."
It's,
Oh Jesus,
it's just gross. Just gross.
Jesus, dude. Note it back. Turn it off. Turn it notch it down a bit. But he's the comedy relief
Yeah,
to a
I'm
degree in
not
this.
sure that that's the kind of comic relief I need.
I mean, I
Just
can't really.
give me more of Miyuri doing her thing
Do do
of
do.
just being super cheery. I'm down with that. I'll
Yeah,
happily take that.
that's fair. She's always super cheery. As is it? I was going to say I can't really complain because I used to watch Bottom when I was younger.
Well, yeah, we all make mistakes. Like,
I still find it funny.
I mean, it's kind of terrible, but kind of funny.
It's hilariously terrible. It's like they're worse people, but they don't believe it. It's oh wait, that's just Teen Titans
Um,
Go all over again.
and Seinfeld and The League and Always Sunny.
Oh,
They're
Always
just like
Sunny. Oh, I can't watch
they're
Always
just
Sunny anymore.
shows about people who are just fucking terrible people and don't know that they're terrible people.
I can't watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's just too cringeworthy. It's just like oof.
Oh, it's really rough.
It's like the worst. I mean, when Danny DeVito came into it, it was pretty good. Like, oh
So, anyways, I started blasting.
yeah. So anyways, I started blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
a rough show.
oh, and it's the one where I think there's one of the ones where basically they're buying a house or on under these people, like the guys are,
Uh huh.
and what's her name is babysitting slash going to be a surrogate mother, and she was getting to use the pool and all that, so they all started hanging out there. And then the surrogate parents caught on to the fact that she probably wasn't going to be the surrogate mother,
Uh,
and then the house that they were buying, the people weren't quite evicted yet, so they were throwing them out of the house because the the thing hasn't came down. So they were like going in and going, "Yeah, this is what we're going to do to this house," and like these people were in the house still and going, "What the fuck are you doing? Oh, this is our house now."
uh,
No, no, it's not.
no.
Oh man,
It's it's real rough. It's
it's
real rough.
it's like the roughest show there is. And it's on like the
It
12th
is
season.
of all of those shows on the scale of people who are just so narcissistic and don't understand it. It's probably the worst one I know.
Mm, definitely,
The League
definitely.
is also very bad for that.
The
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 League,
league,
yeah.
the League of Gentlemen.
No, no, it's a show about a fancy football league, like an American football.
All right, and they're
It's
pretty.
very, very good, but my God, everyone in it is terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, once again, back to the show, the anime, the Steins Gate.
This is the end of this first episode, Colin. We're nearly there. He's run out. He's walked off, going like, "Holy shit, I'm not so sure about this."
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think like at this point, does he not? He's like, we're gonna fucking understand this stuff. Like we
Yeah,
have to before they do.
yeah. So he's on the rooftop again, and Christine
Yeah.
comes up to talk to him. It's like, so what we're going to do about all this? And he goes, ha 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 ha! Isn't it obvious? We're going to get to time travel before CERN does, and save the world, or take over the world. Because
Yes, that's right. He goes full supervillain.
yeah, full super
We're
villain
gonna
on
we're
it.
gonna control the world for ourselves.
Yes. And then it ends. That's it. Done.
We did it, Colin. We're an hour in, but we did it.
We got to this end of the first episode. Oh shit!
I'm okay, focus, Colin. Right.
All right.
What do you rate this one?
Uh, I think it's good. I think it's ramping up there. I'm going to give it probably an 8. It's got like some comedy gold in it. Character development from a lot of angles. Christina and even Okabe has a bit of a character development in there, of where he's actually maybe not as evil or mad as he's trying to make out he is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, you got Suzra,
Suzaha.
Suzuha, yeah, character development where she may not be from this time. There's
Yes,
heavy
interesting.
hints, heavy hints there.
Yeah. I
Um,
uh I also think this episode is neat.
yeah,
They had me at gelatinous time traveling corpses.
I mean that was like quite late into the episode, but
Yep. That's
Or
that's when they got me hook, line, and sinker.
line
It's
and
like,
sinker.
yep, into this, whatever
Yep.
this is.
Yeah,
Pretty great.
that's that. All right.
Okay, okay, Colin. Episode 6. This one I have is being called Butterfly Effects Divergence.
Oh, what's
Close.
that's close. I mean, it's just opposite divergence of butterfly effect
Oh, okay. Just a slight rearrange
of the
on
words,
those
yeah.
words.
And now the next one in. Okay.
Okay.
So this
So
episode,
yeah,
uh,
go ahead.
shit, how did it start? It's like, does it just come downstairs and go, we're going to start a round table? Is that what happens this one?
So I seem to,
Oh no,
my memory.
it starts with Monica, Shining Finger, and it talks about how the satellite has crash landed on that building 5 days ago.
That's right. It's yeah, because they still haven't figured out what's going on. There's
Yeah,
been no identification of any foreign nation causing an incident, and it's been 5 days and nobody knows anything.
yeah, yep.
That's
And
right.
and Monica's hanging around there on her phone and starts to get interviewed by the TV crew. It's theirs. Oh, are you here to look at the satellite? And then she goes, "Oh, people!" and runs away and starts panting.
Yeah,
And then,
Moika's a funny one.
oh, she is one weird person. Weirder. She's the weirdest of the bunch.
She bumps into Okabe at this point. No, is it?
N-
This is how this is. This one? No, that's
No,
the next one.
no, it's this one, but it rolls to
Is
the
that
credit,
later?
the intro there,
Oh, okay,
and then I think
okay.
they're all back in the lab, and Okabe is going on about how they're going to form a round table.
Yep. Even though they have a rectangular table. Yep.
Yeah, it was a rectangular table. Yes, I know, but it's just a term. Oh yeah, I understand the term. It's like I'm down for it. Mary's like I'm down with that in her joyful gleeriness,
Yep.
gleeiness, and then
Gleefulness.
yeah, gleefulness, and then do they do a test?
Well, I have a feeling
They do
they
a
do it.
test.
They do a test, and is this not where Okabe sort of like proves his knowledge? Because they do the banana test again,
Yeah,
because Kurisu has to convince Miuri that it's like, I'll buy you more bananas. It's like, you will? These guys never buy me anything.
yeah, pretty much. And they get the name. They got the name. They renamed the project to D-Mail.
That's right. They're calling it D-Mills.
Yep. Um, as in DeLorean mail.
Yeah, it's a bad name.
Yeah, they did say it was a bad name, but then they had like the mail that leapt through time,
Yes, that's pretty good.
or
I
Okabe's personal favorite was oh, the nostalgia drive.
I see. I like that. So, well, there's a question. What do you call it? What do you call messages into the past? What is this? Let's workshop it.
What you would call messages into the past. Gmail,
Past mail.
ass mail,
Past mail.
fast mail. Yeah.
I don't know. I was going for like some sort of. I've been watching Mystery Science Theater, and they did a whole thing about like vegetarian options for movies, and it
Oh,
was like, it's like something like you've got kale,
you got
uh,
killed.
and meatless in Seattle. I'm trying to think of like I don't know. I was trying to like be quite playful with tense and be like, it's like, oh, you've had mail.
Oh, is it? How about time mail?
Yeah,
There you go.
you've
You should.
had mail.
You have you have mail. You had
You've
mail.
had mail.
Had
Yeah,
the
because you
the
already had
past
it.
tense of the verb.
Yeah.
See, I do know English.
So, yes, they do another experiment. The banana goes into the thing, and it goes back to the bunch with
Mhm.
and it's now gelatinous, of course,
Mhm.
again. Um,
And
and this is where I think she like Carissa and is like, oh, you were right. The
yeah,
like the amount of time you set is like the
no,
distance it goes back. Is that later?
that's later.
That's this one, right?
This is the one where yeah, it's in this episode, but this is the one where they work out that it only works during a certain period of time,
Yes.
and that will come evident
Yes.
for the reason why it works in future episodes. But yeah, so they know they can do it at this point in time during that, so they start doing testing. So after they do the test, and she sends her D-mail, which basically says Okabe is an airhead because, well, he
That's
is,
right.
and also he was quite rude to her. Well, I think before she sent it, can't remember what you said
He's
to her.
always rude to her. So when in doubt, he was
Yeah,
probably rude to someone.
yeah, pretty much. And she goes, "Oh, I don't understand this what this message means. Oh, it's in California. It's a compliment."
Compliment. Well,
So
they also point out though in this one at that point though that it's not one message he receives, it's two.
yes,
It's split across two messages.
yes. So they'll work out. I think it's to do with the size of the message going back. It gets
The
split into
data.
two. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
size of the message, but that's a bit after. So they're in the shop now. Daru and Okabe go to buy celebrity supplies, as it were,
Yep.
for the successful
Yes.
new stuff. And it's at this point Okabe realizes the term airhead means that his head his head's full of air, and he says that's not common. And Daru's like, "Oh, you only just getting that now?"
Yeah. It's like that was obvious, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Uh,
Oh, but
uh,
his Daru is like, for God's sake, Daru, you don't need two chocolate loaves or whatever the fuck it is. It's just like put
yeah,
that shit back.
and it's like, no, celebrating.
Celebrating.
And then Daru walks off, and then he stares at the jelly or the Jello packs that's in the shelf in the
Yep.
freezer aisle, and goes, "Oh shit! I just brought more people into this without really thinking about it, like my area and that." So he leaves
Yeah,
the
of
shop.
course, because that there was that. Yeah, that in the previous episode there was that whole thing where he was like, "We need to be very careful about how we proceed," and then
Yeah,
he's already like adding people to the problem immediately without thinking about it.
yeah, he's very much doing that. And then so he leaves the shop, waiting on Daru to come out after he buys his supply, and this is where he bumps into who's
Moeka.
Monica, who starts texting him on the phone when he's right there, and he's like, "Well, hello, I'm here."
I am not going to lie to you. The way that this show uses the audio of a phone vibrating gives me anxiety.
Yeah,
Like just the frequency, like at this scene where everything's just got, and it's like, oh my god,
I don't think
please,
there's
please stop.
isn't anything like that in this one, in the sense that he doesn't have his phone on him.
No, but just like like because that happens very frequently throughout this whole show. It's just that
Mhm.
noise all the time.
Yeah,
Drives me mental.
yeah. Has and then she finally speaks and goes, "Where's your phone?" And then he's like, "I don't
I'm
have
not
it,
telling
mate.
you. I'm not
Uh,
telling you.
I don't have it." And then Daru
I'm going
walks
to tell
out.
you the location of the phone.
Yeah, Daru walks out and then tries hitting on her, and then she just walks away. And then he's
Yeah.
like, that's me back to just going back to playing online RPGs now.
Back to his digital 2D harem.
Yep, 2D harem. Um, so they're walking up, and Suzuha is outside the shop and goes,
Yes.
uh, spouts off some jive at them of some sort, ruckus, stuff like
Yep.
that. Because she's using some weird colloquialisms that I seen like they're from the 80s.
Yeah.
They're not quite hitting it wouldn't be kind of like hitting the spot for the time.
Yeah. They're definitely not contemporary to the time that this is set.
Yeah. Anyway, she finally goes, you better go and talk to Cue Ball Boss Man in there because he's
Oh,
getting
Mr.
a
Braun.
migraine. Yeah, he's getting a migraine from all the shaking that's going upstairs. And he's like, "Oh shit!" Um, and then he starts talking to Suza, saying something like, "So, well, what is with you and Kurusu?" Oh shit! Did we miss a scene out?
No, we talked about that in the previous one.
No, there's
'Cause
another bit where they're out for lunch and she's having her first meat. Was it
did she eat
meatballs?
lunch with
Right?
them in the previous one, or is that
No,
this one?
this is this one, and it's just before I think.
Yeah, because he's on his fucking phone again, and Daru's like, "Oh yeah, remember you never fucking paid,
Yeah,
left me. You didn't pay for your lunch." He's
yeah,
like, "Yeah, there is a possibility that that might have happened."
yeah. No, there's full uncertainty that what's happened, and then
You're right, because then it's basically him pretending to be on the phone with his Swiss bank account for the next 5 minutes.
yeah, and they walk back up as the person in the shop goes, "No cell phones," and Dara's like, "But does it?" And it's just fictitious. It's all in his head.
That's it. That's amazing.
Oh.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and
Because
then
yeah, because Mayuri's there too.
no, she appears at the door, goes do
She,
do do at the door of the
I
place.
can't remember. Oh, maybe it's Daru who says it. We should all get lunch again tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Mayuri is walking home back to the place room,
That
but she isn't in the
that.
thing.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
And
You're
then
right. You're right.
and then they bump into Christina, and then she does the evil eyes shit again. So
Yep.
anyway, so basically, Suza is like, "Oh, is Caruso's up there?" He goes, "Yeah. What's up with you two?" Oh, never mind that. Shouldn't you be groveling with the manager? And he's like, oh shit, yeah. Anyway, and he's
Is it
given hmm?
runs in to talk to him, and like just the world is exploding above in the
Yeah,
apartment.
yeah, the world's just going, and he just
Yeah.
goes in and goes, we'll be ceasing all experiments today, don't you worry, in a matter of in moments. And he's like, why the hell did it stop? And like we bit of the ceiling falls into his noodles,
It's so good.
and
He's so angry.
he just gets up and he's like, you better be doing something about this.
He's so mad, and he
Yeah,
should be.
yeah.
I'd be fucking fuming.
Oh, he is human. He's oh, hates the guy. Anyway, goes up and says, "Derek, but you told her to stop it." And it's like, "Oh, I did, but they didn't listen."
Yep.
And then this was Christina is basically goes, "Oh yeah, um, I've worked out that how many seconds equals the time it goes back."
Yes. Yes, that's right. What is? Hmm.
Can't remember.
He discovers something because she's surprised.
That was the time of the. It was the time of day when they can do it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was before they
Yeah,
went
I
to the
just I
shop.
just remember. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because this is when they sort of figure out, yeah, what time they can send messages, how much stuff they can send in each message, and like how to send them back over distances of time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's it. And that's where they also mentioned that his phone was going off, even when they weren't doing the testing, a hell of a lot. That's because
and it's
Moika,
Moika, a
yeah,
million messages.
shining finger, yeah. Um, so then they all leave, and then he's has a weird dream. I think is this where he has the weird dream,
What's the weird dream?
where he's like in space and he's naked and he's flying towards an event horizon.
A black hole? Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
think you're right.
and Christina's talking to him, saying,
Yep.
"I'm beyond this event horizon type thing." Blah blah blah.
So
And he's like, "Oh, what?" And then he wakes up to like text messages from Monica again, going, "Well, why are you not responding? Do you not think that I sleep?"
why why would I be answering messages at this time in the morning? Would yeah, and he says like, because do you think I don't sleep? And she says immediately after in a text is like, are you sleeping or something? Or
Yeah,
because this is because of course she then turns up at
the door.
the place that morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
she.
because that's the bit. Because I'm in your building. I'm outside. I'm at your door. Are you in here? I'm gonna knock. If I knock, will you let me in? It's just like, oh my god, just knock. Knock the door, please.
Yeah, she's that's the type of person you might be wanting to like just put double
Distance.
latches on the door and like maybe try and like just hide away, stay away from her because she's going to stab you. She's
Yeah,
like the
just
weird.
put some additional distance and time and space between you and that person.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
she's.
I'm
But
sure she's nice, but oh my god.
yeah, but anyway, so she appears at the door and then starts texting him while he's at the door. It's like, why don't you speak to me? I was just finding it easier to text.
He's like, I'm right here.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
yeah. Uh, Anyway, for whatever reason, he lets her in,
Yes,
and
because why not?
they start looking at the IBM 5100. She takes pictures and asks if she can borrow it, and he's like, "No, hell no, can't be doing
Nope.
that."
I
Uh,
just borrowed it myself.
yeah, from this shrine, and then Dari comes in and goes, "Hey, other person in this lab,"
Yep.
and then goes on about how he's thought of an idea how to get more information through the D-mails, the time traveling mail to send to the past. And then she goes, "Wait, send messages to the past?"
Yep.
And
And it's like, oh, Daru.
yeah, no, 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 that's not what he said. He said some random, like highly high concept Latin or something. I think is what he tried to cover it up with. And then my Yuri comes in and goes, "Oh, can I put my chicken things in the microwave before you send any text messages to the past?"
It's just glorious.
And then Christina comes in and says something about time travel too, and then he just basically whips out his phone and starts going, Code Red, outsider learned about our plan," type thing, and has like a complete mental breakdown using the phone as a coping mechanism. And then she obviously
It's
texts
a
him straight away and interrupts this phone call.
yes. Yes. As you would do, you know.
Yeah.
It's holy
So
shit.
so then she's initiated as member 005 into
Yes.
future labs.
It kind of annoys me that he doesn't call them double O.
Well, actually, that's the thing. I was I was watching some random YouTube thing about numbers,
Uh,
and it's talking about I think Americans would say a number. So like, if I was reading out a phone number and it had like 77 in it, I would go 77 because it's a double seven to make it
Yeah,
easier as a concept. But apparently, that's not something potentially in America that they'll read a number as. They'll say
oh, so they
seven
don't
seven.
say double. Oh,
No,
oh
I
no.
believe. I think that
Oh,
might be a concept over there. Um, if you are from America and I'm reading this, then or hearing this even, then you can maybe inform us if that's true or not. Because I always found
sort
saying double zero or triple zero, something like that, just always makes it easier to understand that there's multiple numbers
multiples of the number. Yeah,
and you know how many numbers it is. Double zero,
I
that's two.
well, it's the other thing is, I suppose, is we say O instead of zero.
Yeah, I mean,
How I don't know how common that is outside of the UK.
yeah, well, I mean, I can get O and zero. I mean, to be honest, it depends what I'm saying, but it doesn't really matter because I was thinking the only other time I would mix up the numbers and letters would be in hexadecimal, but that only goes up to F. So if we said, oh, it's going to be a zero,
You definitely wouldn't get me confused. Wouldn't get me confusing those. Put it that way.
yeah,
Um. So yeah. Where were we?
they'll just initiate Moika into the
Oh
lab.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's the end of the episode, right? In fact, that literally is the last words. As he goes, "You will be member 005."
Yeah, I think it is because that's how he's like. Well, okay, that's cool. She's in on it. I'll need to make her a lab member.
It's
Um,
too late. You have to.
yeah, have
Nothing.
to. I mean, not just like kill her. Can't be killing her. I'm an evil scientist, evil mad scientist. I can't be killing people.
No, you probably don't want to be doing that.
I
To be
don't
fair.
think he really understands this evil mad scientist kind of like logistics in the sense that
No,
he's
he might have to do bad things.
yeah he's not
Yeah, I don't think he gets it.
he doesn't have that in him. You know he's a
No.
complete arrogant prick and just doesn't get his social.
Oh God,
what
what an idiot!
what episode is it where um I think it was last episode. I missed this chicken last episode where Christina goes to him. Oh, Mayuri told me you were childhood friends. What I don't understand is like how can we one be social inept? Uh, and he goes, yes, Mayuri's quite something. And he's like, I'm not talking about her, you idiot. you know,
That's how socially inept he is. He does not understand when he's being called socially inept.
yeah. So how some the why he didn't grow up normal? Bushies didn't grow up normal. Anyway, yes,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah.
So yeah, uh, that's us.
Mm-hmm.
I how do you rate this one?
Mm, I think it's staying at 8. It's got the comedy
Picking up
feel in this
pace.
one. And yeah, it's picking up pace and it's moving the story along. Have introduced Moika into a bit more strong and standing in the
Got it.
show,
Yep.
and shows you how inept he is actually is at handling situations. Like, yeah, just like this weird texting cycle into your life. That sounds good.
Amazing. I'd agree. I think it's probably an 8 as well. It's definitely shifting now,
Mhm.
and the story is pretty interesting. So
Yep.
I'm down. down for more, which is exactly what we'll be doing in our next episode, our next act, where we will be discussing episodes 7 and 8 of Steins Gate. And that rhymes. Didn't mean it to. So you have been listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast all about anime and sometimes envelope sizes. You can listen to us anywhere where you can get your podcasts. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. Who can be found at Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Overcast, Pocket Cast, anywhere where you can use an RSS feed. We don't get paid for any of this. So if you wanted to leave us a review to help us get the word out, positive reviews, 5 stars is always appreciated. Anything less with constructive criticism, definitely appreciated too. And if you're already done that or don't want to do that, maybe you'd be willing to tell a friend about the show and spread the word a little. That'd be pretty cool. We have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we share anime memes, the latest episode releases, and just general bric-a-brac sometimes. In fact, sometimes we share when we've released our new video episodes, which are the video companions of these podcast recordings that we are putting up onto YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, as we just said. You can find that if you go to youtube.com and search for Who's That Anime. What one are we up to now? We're on Serial Experiments Lane.
Yeah, Lane's been uploaded. It's been up there for a week or so.
Sweet.
Next one will be Soda Pop.
The words bubble up like soda pop.
Words bubble up like soda pop. Yep.
Good. It's a good episode.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
It's a good episode. Colin likes to play video games sometimes at twitch.tv/couchfuel.
Yeah.
In the event he is not playing anything right now, which I believe is the case.
Yeah, I'm not really putting anything up, that's for sure. I might need to get better broadband before I can actually do the stream properly.
Well, I managed. Sort of.
Yeah. I'll see. I haven't tried, but I'm still setting things up, getting time to do it. Got stuff.
Yeah.
In my life.
Stuff
to do.
Yeah. But until Colin manages to do that, there is of course an archive of all of that stuff at youtube.com if you search for the channel Couchfuel. I sometimes like to play games at twitch.tv/HailPayman. There's again an archive of that on youtube.com if you search for the channel Hail Payman. Yeah. And I think that's us.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's as we'll just sign off quick at the end here, just mainly because it's already been an hour and a half. So that's been Who's Your Anime? Who's Your Anime? Who's That Anime?
No, that's it.
Jesus. Who's That Anime? With your host Steve and Colin, bringing you all the latest on paper. Paper standards. Next week we'll be back with more Steins Gate, and hopefully just maybe that Steins Gate.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. Anyway.
We'll see.
Catch you on the flip side. Your homies.
Do. Bye, folks.
Bye.
Wowza. Are you kidding? It's awesome!
This like your first beef bowl?
Yep, and I gotta say, the hype doesn't do him justice.
Yes, well, you really ought to try it with raw eggs sometime. That is, of course, once you've mastered this unwarrior-like phobia of eating out alone.
Ew.
Daru and I only dine together out of convenience, you understand. You're more than welcome to join us whenever you'd like.
Hey! It's coming back to me. The last time we came here, you totally skipped out and left me with the check.
I do concede that as a distinct possibility.
Try a distinct damn right ability. Where are my greenbacks, Bogart?
Not the day to bark up that tree, I'm afraid. It's me. Kindly make the aforementioned monetary transfers into my Swiss bank account, if you would. That one, yes. Wait, what? The organization is
Please,
playing
no
havoc with
cell
Geneva's
phones.
financial sector.
Does it count
This
if
is
the conversation's all in
What am I
his
supposed
head?
to do, shunt my hedge funds to the Cayman Islands?